Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I am back with another process video, and this is for my crazy ass paper challenge that I'm doing with Irit and Crystal, and I am using the Flutter collection from Fancy Pants, and I decided with this layout to do something a little bit different from my previous one, whereas I wasn't going to actually fight the papers and kind of use mixed media to cover them up a little bit. I was going to actually create quite a simple layout, and so I've taken this kind of circular paper and a piece of the orange paper, and again I'm using the back sides as well as the front sort of A sides and B sides, and it's a lovely textured paper, so it works really well together. And so this is going to be quite a simple layout. What I wanted to try and do for this one is actually to use the alphas that came with this collection, because they're a little bit funky looking, to be honest, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to use them, so that was my main kind of challenge to myself in doing this layout. I wanted to try and get those alphas used up. So this paper collection, because I have the collection pack, came with this kind of foiled chevron paper and also just a piece of gold foil paper, which, to be honest, I am saving probably to just make some die cuts and stuff out of, but I wanted to use this, and my problem is that this is gold on white and everything else in the collection is on a cream base, and I presume that's just because the gold foiling they could only kind of do on this white paper, but I did struggle with that quite a bit, as I said, because it was cream and white, and yeah, I'm never too sure if I like that. So I decided my basic layout of this pretty quickly. I kind of wanted to kind of cut that piece of paper down and kind of create quite a simple kind of thirds there of the pattern, because that's quite a crazy pattern, but it's manageable in that sort of small piece. And I said I'd recommend that, to actually just cut these louder papers up into smaller pieces, because that makes it quite easy to do. I'm going to fuss around with trying to get this sort of gold chevron bit to work. I decided to cut it up and use it more as arrows, as I said, mainly because the white in it was so stark. It was troubling me. And I really had to stop myself adding any mixed media to this. So I'm kind of pretty happy with how that's looking. I also had the brag cards that come with this collection, and I really like those brag cards. Again, the sayings on them kind of didn't really necessarily go with these photos, but I said they are really great, so I'm planning on using some of them in my project life. So I'm just going through the different cards here and seeing if any of these are going to work, if I want to create any more layers behind that photo to make that pop out a little bit. I did just mount that photo up on a piece of the navy, which again is a B-side. And again, where I'm using these cards, I'm just kind of cutting them up to create layers, because they are only 3x4. I'm using my navy ink again to ink everything up here, rather than black or brown, because it didn't kind of work for that, so just using that navy as the neutral. But this ink pad is it's so like juicy and like messy, it just does my head in. As you can see there, that orange was not a full sheet, so that is part of the reason there that I'm going to be sticking that bit over there. And as I said, these are just some scraps from the previous layout. And I'm just mounting that photo up again on that pink, which is not quite big enough, but it's fine, it'll work. And so, as I said, this is kind of layout is nothing exciting or different, but I really just want to show it. I mean, I was kind of debating whether to show it or not, but I thought, no, this is me actually using, these brighter papers, and it's a slightly different style layout to what I normally do, because there isn't loads of layers and things, because I just think with these bright papers, unless you're going to kind of maybe use some mixed media to mute out a little bit of that background. Just putting too much on top just makes it too busy. So, as I said, I kind of went, you need somewhere with that kind of terracotta kind of colour just for your eye to rest. But that gold bright foil there does also just brighten up this whole layout. So again, I'm just going to cut some chevron and put these to the side. I felt that I needed something to kind of bring over to this sort of side here, and again I'm just going to kind of do the same sort of spacing, and I'm going to use that bottom piece for my title. I also had the flare that went in this collection, and this one says real life, and this is a picture of, sorry guys, my computer froze there. This is a photo of me and my boyfriend, and I was kind of taking lots of selfies, and he was getting a little bit annoyed at this point. So that is what this photo is about. So that little badge there, saying little flare saying real life is perfect, because he has to put up with this on a daily basis. Well, not a daily basis, because we don't see each other every day, but you know what I mean. Every time we're together, he has to put up with me taking lots of photos. But funny enough, when we go on holiday and we go away, I get annoyed at him for stopping taking photos of everything. So we kind of like reverse roles, because I'll take pictures of every mundane thing, and yeah, when we're away, even though I've already taken like 2 or 3 pictures, he'll stop and take 6 pictures, and so hence why we always end up with so many photos when we go away. But that's by the by. So I'm now going to be just building up a cluster here. I decided I needed something just to soften up this layout, because it was all a little bit harsh and angular. So I'm just going to use a gold doily and a white doily. They are the gold, are they Maggie Holmes ones? No, they are, I can't remember where they came from. You probably just saw the packet there. And I'm just going to create kind of like a double layer of doilies there, just to put under that photo, just to soften it up. It's also going to bring the gold and the white in, because I was really really struggling with the gold and white, so just putting the white doily on top of the gold there has kind of helped tying that all in together. That S is actually from the alpha sheet, and I'm going to be using those alphas in a minute, because the alphas are kind of what I call ransom style letters, and so they're a little bit odd, so I actually just use that one as a sort of base for putting my flare. I just wanted to kind of distinguish the bottom of that photo a little bit more, so I've just put a little green strip of paper there. Again, that was another little offcut I had, and I'm just going to be tucking these chevron arrow pieces along there, and they're kind of straight, kind of not, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape here on the back there where I had that kind of overlap of where I'd cut that piece of paper out, just to make sure that was stable. And so now I'm going to go through these outfits, and as you can see, they are a real mixed bag. You think you get 2 or 3 letters of each, and they're all different fonts, different sizes, different colours, but I am going to cut that out so you don't have to see me pick them all out there. And as you can see, I've just put my title down, which is just one more photo, which, as I said, sums up my boyfriend's face and the amount of selfies we have to take. And I'm pretty happy with how this title looked in the end, because it's, I said, I did struggle a little bit with these alphas, but I thought, no, I'm going to challenge myself to use them up, and I think with this collection is the only way they would work. I don't think I could probably mix them in with another collection, so I'm glad I've got some of them used up. I'm probably going to try and do one more title with them, but then I think they're just going to go in the giveaway pile, because, as I said, I bought the collection pack, so they came with it. So I wouldn't have chosen to have bought them if I didn't need them. So now I decide just to mount this layout. I wasn't necessarily thinking of mounting the layouts, but it just doesn't feel finished to me unless I mount it. And so I'm just going to trim down those two sides there and just use my glue to stick that down, and that's also going to help where I just cut that little piece out there. And again, I've used a very light cream rather than a white, which is just going to help neutralise that, the white and gold. So I'm just going to pick up that flare so I can just put a piece of paper scrap over my photo and just add a little bit of white sprinkles. Again, because I wanted to try and bring in some white to kind of counteract that white and gold. So this isn't really over the top and an amazing layout, but I just wanted to show you how I'd used those bright gaudy photos. And actually I quite like it, and I'm glad I've got this photo scrap. So I want to thank very much guys for watching. Do check out Irit and Crystal's channel, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!